Last week, we saw two of the more impressive performances by a point guard in history. On December 11th, Chris Paul did something that hadn't been accomplished in 32 years, racking up 20 assists with no turnovers and the first Clipper ever to do so. One reason for his huge output was that they played the 9-20 New Orleans Pelicans, who ranked 17th in defense. A few days later, Russell Westbrook dropped 22 assists of his own, racking up his 13th triple-double of the season as he takes aim at the record of 41 set by Oscar Robertson. He did turn it over 5 times, and the opponent was Phoenix at 8-19, and who have an even worse 25th ranked defense. Before I show you how these two racked up so many assists, I just want to remind you of our great friends over at SeatGeek, who have the best app to buy tickets to sporting events and concerts. It's really easy to use, gives you a picture from the vantage point of the seat, and finds the best prices anywhere. Make me look good by using my code BBall and save $20 off your first purchase. SeatGeek is the only place you ever need to look for tickets. So the next time you want to catch Chris Paul or Russell Westbrook live, use SeatGeek to help you find tickets that not even the Andersons could get. Let's jump right in early in the first quarter. OKC runs 25, where the 2 guard screens for the 5-man, who then screens for Russ out top. This was contained nicely by the defense, forcing a reset, and when they flow into another 1-5 pick and roll, there should be nowhere for Russ to go since he's attacking to the side where there are now 4 players. However, there's no backside help. Nice drop pass for Adams, who lays it in. Against New Orleans, CP3 pushes the ball into an early ball screen. The offense appears to die once he picks up his dribble, but JJ Redick takes advantage of terrible defense by Solomon Hill. Jones doesn't rotate, and it's an easy layup. Back in OKC, Russ pushes the ball on the break, and his one shooter on the floor isn't wasting any time getting to the corner. Booker tells Bledsoe to pick up Morrow. He doesn't recognize this, and it's a wide open splash. File this under easy assist as Redick does all the work coming off the pin down. Nice shot fake gets his man flying by, and the one dribble pull-up splash. More fast breaking for the Thunder. Everyone fills their lanes, Adams along the lane line for the rim run, and Russ finds the opening and Adams does the rest with the and one. With Austin Rivers in, he can assume some of the ball handling duties, and this allows CP3 to attack the closeout, get into the middle, and there's DeAndre ooping the alley. Russ has to do even less work on this one as we can see Bledsoe lost in transition, and Morrow gets by him to the cup and the nifty reverse. In the half court, it must be nice to have JJ Redick to throw it to coming off of pin downs. The pass is accurate, perfect timing, and JJ lets it fly. The flat ball screen is difficult to guard since it gives Russ the option of going left or right. He scans the weak side, sees Chris way out of position, and finds Sabonis, a very good shooter, wide open for the triple. A simple swing pass across the top loosens up the defense a bit, and Chris Paul sucks the ice defense down towards the paint. Ajinça is a step slow on the closeout, and Spates nails the shot. On the bad pass, Russ is there to pounce on it and push. The 2-on-2 fast break is defended poorly as both players gravitate to Russ and Robertson gets the layup. Another pin down for Redick, who does most of the heavy lifting, splitting 2 defenders, then going off foot for the righty floater when Asik doesn't challenge. Here's what got me excited, guys. Russ initiates pistol action and comes across the floor off of a pin down from Sabonis, and with some movement by his teammates, then gets a short ball screen right into the middle, collapses the D, and hits Robertson wide open. Can I get more Russ moving off ball, please? One of the Clippers' best sets, high horns, and watch CP3 control the possession as he patiently waits for DeAndre to roll hard to the hoop, slips a simple bounce pass to him, and DJ does the rest with the and one. OKC runs horns as well, and watch this lefty bullet to Morrow in the corner. What? Dudley can't even get close to him, and boom goes the basketball. In the if it ain't broke, don't fix it category, the Clips go back to high horns. This time CP3 attacks the smaller defender, hits him with a sick inside out, then shovels it to DeAndre for the rim rocker. More if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Horns by OKC, and Russ catches Dudley asleep at the wheel. And check Jerry and Grant's altitude on this ooping of the alley. In the third, CP3 gets some early offense going. Hill can't get around the screen. Buddy should be there earlier, but what could he really do with this great pass and violent finish? Weird how these assists parallel each other, right? Russ gets a spread pick and roll, and this time Robertson cuts to the hoop, bringing the help, but when Russ goes upstairs with this pass, there's nothing the defense can do. One key about Chris Paul's game is his patience. He knows exactly how much time is on the clock and when not to force it. His snake dribble is contained, no cutters available, so he just resets, and now we've got a mismatch. After a little dancing gets him into the lane against Ajinça, I don't mind Buddy helping off of Austin Rivers. The thing is, Rivers has been on fire from behind the arc lately, and chalk up another assist. A staple of OKC's offense is Russ bringing the ball up into a post-up. Chandler wants to shadow in support of Bledsoe. Chris is right there, but the ball practically goes through his hand, and Adams crams it in. More floppy for Redick, who doesn't like what he sees on the catch. Gives it back up to Paul, who finds Rivers open in the corner. Better defense, but like we said, Austin has been feeling it. On the recovery of the loose ball, nothing fancy. Morrow just goes to his usual spot behind the line as quick as he can. Russ makes the simple pass, and the scoreboard lights up once again. Here's a loose ball recovered by the Clippers, and once it's in CP3's hands, the Clippers get in their proper lanes. Watch DeAndre Jordan sprint. This sucks in Hill, and check the ridiculous pass by CP3 around Ajinça for the layup by Mbah a Moute. I mean, wow. OKC comes down and runs the screen away into ball screen for Russ, who does a nice toe tap shot fake, is bottled up nicely by Chandler, but it still leaves the 6'4 Tucker guarding the 7' Adams, who gets 3.5 seconds in the lane before laying it up. A quick step up screen for Paul gets the mismatch on the right wing. Here comes DJ to set an inside ball screen, and remember, if you allow the point guard to use the screen going to the middle, this is what you'll give up more often than not. Another dime, another dunk. I like this play a lot. Russ posts up, then cuts up into a ball screen, and like I just said, if you let the ball use the screen to the middle, another dime, another drop. I really like this too. Redick ball screens, then gets a flare screen from Spates. This turns into an inside ball screen. Frazier is way late trying to stop CP3 from getting middle, and there is no help rotation for this creative bounce pass from CP3 to get Spates the layup. More early offense, and Russ gets all the way to the baseline and is basically cut off, stuck in the air with nowhere to go. But he hovers, waits for Tyson Chandler to get out of position, then finds Robertson with a nice bounce pass and the finish. The Clippers run the same play again, only this time Chris Paul turns the corner. Nifty behind the back pass on the money to Spates, who has to hit the contested long two. At the end of the third, Russ gets a step-up screen from Cantor. This is contained, but Knight falls asleep on his man. Great pass by Russ to lead Jeremy Grant right to the hoop for a nice reverse. You can't get to 20 assists without help from your teammates, and the Clippers again run that same set, and this time CP3 gets all the way across the court along the baseline, tosses it softly to Rivers, who drops in another 3-ball with a hand in his face. More horns for the Thunder, and as Russ runs right off the ball screen, Cantor dives to the hoop, and Westbrook threads the needle for the easy bucket. CP3 and Spates run a little two-man game on the left side, and on the rescreen, Paul finds Crawford open on the skip. Jamal does the heavy lifting from here, taking 2 dribbles and pulling up for a tough contested 2. Here's Russ at his most dangerous, at full speed in the open court. He finds Kriston, who attacks on the catch, takes off from the dotted line, and finishes the beauty of a layup. It's the end of the third, and CP3 always knows exactly how much time is on the clock. Most guards would just toss this shot up, but he knows he can get it to Spates, who hits the open 3-ball at the buzzer. Against ice defense, this pass is the one thing that shouldn't get through, yet Russ is able to scoot the pass to Adams, who struggles to grab it, but knows what to do once he gets his mitts on it. The Clippers run pistol, and I like how Spates flows his ball screen into a pin down for Redick. Terrence Jones gives him a little too much space in the flat, and Spates uses the hop to quick release this shot right into the hoop. Early offense again commands almost the whole defense's attention. Chandler can't move fast enough to stay up with Adams, who stretches out for the layup off the glass. For Chris Paul's 20th assist, with the game firmly in hand, they attack the ice defense the same way they did earlier, and they get the same result, even with Frazier rotating over to contest. And with this game over, Russ is relentless, pushing the ball up, nobody stops him, Grant is left open under the hoop, and a simple push pass gets him number 21. And to finish off his historic night, Russ gets fancy with the sham god dribble, then the frog jump drop pass to Adams, who puts the exclamation point on the night. So there you have it, sports fans. 2 point guards dropping dimes from all angles and all over the court. I'll leave it to you to decide which game was more impressive, but in the end, with displays like this, we all win.